Canada's University Football Championship 1 week from today at Ivor Wynne in Hamilton.
St. Mary's Huskies is Blake Nill in his 7th year in that position, a 6-year CFL veteran. He's got a couple of Vanier Cups to his credit in 2001 and 2002, and Blake was Coach of the Year in Canadian University football in 1999.
Brian Tyrus has been head coach of the University of Saskatchewan Huskies since he was 27 years old. He is now in his 21st season, so you can figure out the age of the head coach of Saskatchewan if you add those two numbers together. We're ready. Two teams a win away from the Canadian Football Championship. This is Aaron David for Saskatchewan. He's got the 10, the 15, and wrapped up at the 20-yard line. So that after picking up 12 in the previous play. Nunwheeler, and he goes behind the right tackle this time.
Been methodically marched it down the field, and when you're on the road, you love to take the crowd out early, and that really is not the case so far in this first quarter.
Look at this drive. It began back at the 20. Another Saskatchewan first down. Peel into the far side, and he's got a target. Nunweiler, or Jeff Piercy, I should say, number 30. Gets his hands on the ball. So Piercy with the 8-yard catch, and he's got the first 6.
And John, here's what happens when you've run lead blocks successfully. Piercy comes out like he's going to block for Nunweiler, and there's no match to be caught from behind. A touchdown pass delivered by Beelan, and on the 10th.
Nathan Hopper to the near side. It's Nunweiler, takes the pitch. Left side, first down, Saskatchewan, and about 6 to spare. This guy has speed and finesse, averaging 7.2 yards per carry as a running back in the CIS.
Boy, and John, the offensive line for Saskatchewan, they've got to start to count some points with it.
Sukin will have it spotted by Drew Kendall. And it will be on the 35-yard line. Sukin into the wind. He has it for 3 more. Braden Sukin makes it 10-0. Saskatchewan leading St. Mary's in the Mitchell Bowl.
Hilltop, but he's patrolling the middle, and it takes skill and agility. He did it perfectly.
Literally no gain. 2nd and 10. Pinella in trouble and wrapped up. Gottslig got through. Ryan Gottslig. First team All-Canadian from last season.
Well, this St. Mary's team has not been a good second or long team this afternoon, and that time Pinelli's throwing. He's looking downfield into a pretty strong Val and Concordia and Acadia, but he is a tough quarterback.
He picked up 12 yards, and this running play is not half as effective. A helmet comes loose. Giacalone was stopped in his tracks. Tyson Craigs, a 5th-year player for Saskatchewan, made the tackle there. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11, St. Mary's. Pinella look to escape again, and he won't get away this time. 3 Saskatchewan Huskies are there, led by Ryan Gottslig. 2nd sack for Saskatchewan, and a kicking situation for St. Mary's.
Blake Nill says it's anybody's game, and we'll see how they do on their first possession.
Yeah, it's up to Saskatchewan right now, Leaf, to try and steal that momentum back from St. Mary's. Pinella looking deep. He's got an open man, and it's picked off. Bouncing around. McHale was the intended receiver, and Jess McCalchuk comes up with the interception. It just kind of rolled into his hands, didn't it?
Well, it really did. It was very similar to the one that went through his hands in the first half. and that Mako's caught this time in perfect position, and he makes the interception, and on the first play of the second half, how to respond to that.
St. Mary's has scored the last 13 points after Saskatchewan opened with a 10-0 advantage. Drop play, Nunweiler. Huge game, down to the 40-yard line. Chad Nunweiler out of the Hilltop program just 3 weeks ago. And Curtis Nash came up to make the tackle. This guy's tough. And this will be a first down, Saskatchewan. Complete to Drew Kendall. Clovis again over to make the tackle, and
outs on both sides. Wheel meaning the back on one side and the slot back on the other. Go to the flat and then up, trying to hit the home run. Beelan has had a good game. Those are his numbers. However, the long ball has not been his forte today. He's been much better in the controlled underneath passing game.
So it's 2nd and 10 from the 12. Beelan looks to the end zone. This is easy. Touchdown. Sheeman makes the catch, and he got in behind the cover. No doubt about that one. They set it up perfectly.
Highlighted on the inside. Watch, he has lots of room. He's got position to the outside against the middle safety, Kirakopoulos. No match for Kirakopoulos to stay with Sheeman to the corner. A perfect.
1st and 10, Saskatchewan at the St. Mary's 11. It's looked easy. Piercy has his 2nd touchdown of the day. Jeff Piercy got open. Steve Beelan found him. And a couple of easy touchdown tosses, or at least Beelan has made them look easy. First to Sheeman. And then this one to Piercy.
Well, Piercy, there he is. He's highlighted there as the lead blocker on play action. There's the fake. It freezes the linebackers. And as he scored like on his first touchdown early in the game, same play, same results. Jeff Piercy with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
End zone toss, and there's Graham Bell open in the end zone, number 25 with a touchdown catch. He was the guy who was to be one of the 2 running backs to start this season for Saskatchewan. In fact, he did. And then he gets an opportunity to come back. He's a 5th-year player, and that's a huge catch for a guy who's been around this program and hurt all season.
Well, there he is in the middle. A little move to the inside. Absolutely freezes the defensive back Birthright. He can't stay with him, and that's a heck of a catch. And, you know, give Steve Beelan credit. They needed to seal the deal with that drive. And
Ryan Towers and company. Touchdowns came in bunches for Saskatchewan. Sheeman, Piercy, and then Graham Bell. It was 10-10 at halftime. And right now the scoreboard with 13 seconds on the clock reads 31-16 Saskatchewan.
You know, for me, John, it was that 11-play drive, the 2nd touchdown of the second half when Piercy got his 2nd touchdown out in the flat. And that 11-play drive really was, to me, the difference in this game.
Well, Saskatchewan started well and finished impressively as well. So the University of Saskatchewan Huskies, a team of the 90s with appearances and wins in the Vanier Cup in 90, 96, and 98. Back to the Vanier against Laval next Saturday. I think it's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, I think it should be too, John. And once again, a lot of fun to do a college football game, and we appreciate all the cooperation both teams gave to us to get us ready to do this game.
Thanks for joining us on the campus of the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon. This is TSN, Canada's sports leader.